It's time for the buzz with the Queen Bee on the Devin Dixon Show.
Yes, it is, and we welcome in Rachel, the Queen Bee, joining us via the telephone today. We're going to get to some of the wacky and wild stories you might have missed this week in sports. Then we're going to play a little buzz time trivia. And Rachel, good afternoon. Good to talk to you again on a Throwdown Thursday.
You too, Devin. What's up?
Well, I'm just excited to get into the buzz, and I'm going to kind of let you just take the lead here, and let's get right into our lead story.
All right. So a high school runner, it was his senior year, and the Mountain Athletic Conference Championships on Monday. And he'd been feeling this pain in his leg all weekend. He was like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. So he goes to his last race of the year, and his leg breaks in his tibia broke in 3 pieces, and he literally crawled to the finish line to finish his race. That's how determined he was.
Wow. That's it. I like stories like that. That reminds me of Talladega Nights when Ricky Bobby gets across the finish line after he wrecks out.
Yes.
Only this is more inspiring, obviously more inspiring.
Yes, obviously this is real life. And, this kid literally crawled. I mean, that is fascinating. So obviously now he has to get surgery and whatever. But the fact that he actually finished the race, kudos.
Yeah,
amazing.
No, that's awesome. This was the last race of the year. He finished, sure, got a lot of positive pub and a lot of encouragement and great story to grab some national headlines.
Exactly. So good for you, Connor. That was his name, Connor. All right, so we're going to go on to, obviously, the Kansas City Royals are really excited right now. So Paul Rudd, who obviously everybody knows, the actor, he's from a suburb of Kansas City. And so they did an interview with him on the field after they won the pennant. And he invited everybody to a kegger at his mom's house and gave where it was and everything and told anyone who wanted to show up could go. Personally, I would have gone to meet Paul Rudd. I think that would have been awesome.
I know you too well. You would have. You would have been there.
Paul Rudd's the man. Who wouldn't? Think about it. Even you would have gone, Devin. You would have totally been down. It's Paul Rudd.
Yeah, 15 years ago, I probably would have.
He gets cooler with age. I don't know what 15 years ago was all about. Shoot. Are you saying you don't get cooler with age, or are you admitting that you get dorkier with age? Is that what's happening, old man?
Dude, I look forward to relaxing on the couch or going to a game. I'm not really much of the party scene anymore, but 15 years ago, I probably would have been interested.
All right.
So what happened at this party? Did the cops come?
There's no update. There's nothing about it. So clearly it actually happened, but there's nothing weird happened. People showed up and they partied respectively and they went home. So clearly people respect the Paul Rudd.
It's definitely your type of party. No cops, no trouble. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm a chill lady. I just want my wine and hang out, and I'm good to go. All right, so on that note about the Royals, this TV reporter was doing a story outside of the stadium, and all of a sudden these Royal fans came out and screamed so loudly that he scared the crap out of him, and he jumped like 10 feet in the air. Like, could not keep it together live on air. They scared him so badly.
These fans are excited. I mean, you should be prepared for that. Was he ready to do a live drop outside the stadium and he got scared?
I don't know what happened, and unfortunately, I saw this initially, and it was just a little one, and I wanted to post it so everyone could see it, but Hearst Media took it down. So I couldn't post it, so clearly they're embarrassed.
Well, the guy probably said, "Hey, I don't want that going viral. Let's get that off, or I'm going to sue you." I mean, probably an embarrassed reporter when you got scared by a happy Kansas City Royals fan. That's actually pretty funny.
His name is Johnny Kane, just so everybody knows. If you want to look it up, Kane, Johnny Kane. So good job, Johnny Kane. Apparently you need some work.
All right, I like it. Let's finish strong. Couple more stories here. It's the buzz with the Queen Bee.
Okay, so in soccer, it's the Euro 2015 qualifiers right now. It was France versus Sweden, and the French player prematurely saluted after he scored a goal. Hit it right in their faces, got all up in them, except that a minute later, Sweden scored right back. And unfortunately, because he'd done the salute right to their faces, every single player on the Swedish team, by the way, they won the game, did it right back in his face. So he got his salute right back, and they embarrassed the crap out of him and won the game. And there's this Instagram photo that shows the entire team now saluting him.
So Sweden wins, France goes home?
France went home, Sweden won. After a player totally did an in-your-face thing, it was in his face.
You watch way too much European soccer.
I don't even like soccer. I just try to get up stories for the day. I need stories from my show, and soccer has some really interesting characters out there.
All right, what's our next story? Please, no more soccer stories.
Fine.
Unless it's really good.
Fine. So, a Ball State, I want to kick these kids so hard in the shin.
Soccer reference.
Rating.
Okay.
No, yes, sure. These Ball State football players, they were involved in this $2 prank. I don't know why, who came up with this, but they're horrible people.
$2 or $2?
Poo, P-O-O, like poop.
Okay.
It's this prank in which a person, because usually, obviously, a teenager would do this, wipes their butt with $1 and then leaves it on the ground so an unsuspecting mark will come and pick it up and get poop all over their hand. Why people would do this? I don't know. People are insane. So 3 Ball State football players did this to a waitress last weekend in Muncie, Indiana. And listen, I've waitress tables for years. If someone did this to me, I'd probably punch him in the face. I'm not going to lie.
I believe it.
Yes, thank you. You know me. So they decided it would be funny to leave her a bunch of poop-covered dollars as her tip.
That's just wrong. That's just wrong.
I read this.
That's not
and
funny.
My blood.
That's not funny. I mean, that's not a prank. That's just stupidity.
They've been suspended. Thank God.
Yeah, they should be. They should be, and they should have to.
They're horrible. They should be kicked off the team for being retards.
They should lock them up in a poop cellar for a while. I don't know. This story actually pisses me off. You're firing me up. That's not That's not a prank. That's just mean-spirited stupidness. Is that even a word? Stupidity. Thank you.
You know what?
Stupidity. It's asinine.
Asinine. Oh, you're using big words. I like it.
All right. Let's move on before I get any madder.
All right, fine. So a sports radio caller in Baltimore, he called into a CBS radio show to commiserate about the Orioles dropping a third straight game to the Royals in the ALCS. Cool, whatever, normal. He was working the graveyard shift at a 7-Eleven, and he was starting to bust out a little rap song for the listeners. Cool, whatever. And in the middle of it, he got robbed.
Oh.
So a minute into the call, he cuts off the rhymes, apologizes and lets everyone know that he's being robbed, and tells the host he will call him back later.
Wow.
So he actually does call it back later, and he made it through, but he was held up at gunpoint while on the phone with the radio show.
Wow.
Unbelievable, and thank God they're fine, but they haven't caught the guy yet.
I don't know. I don't know if they will. I mean, geez Louise. But at least he's fine. This is a happy ending story, so I'm okay.
Right, but it's a crazy story.
It is a crazy story. But don't scare people from calling my show, because I don't want them to feel like they might get robbed. We don't have that problem in St. George.
Utah's a little safer than Baltimore.
Yeah. There's some mad people in Baltimore. Especially
exactly. Okay, and so we're going to finish off with, of course, another Royals story, because it's baseball, and it's getting on the World Series right now. And by the way, Buzztime Trivia is all of World Series trivia this time, so World Series, get going on the phone. So on Saturday, a Kansas City Royals fan was really sad about the fact that he was too broke to take his girlfriend to the Royals playoff game. So obviously now, what do people do? They reach out to people on Twitter. So this guy asked the Royals reliever, Brandon Finnegan, for some tickets, and it actually worked.
Really?
The guy responded, and not only that, then the game got rained out, and he said, well, this one's getting rained out. How about Wednesday? And they clinched it.
That's cool. That's endearing to the fans. I like that. I mean,
yes.
I don't know that I'd have the courage to tweet somebody for free tickets, but At the end of the day, you do what you do to get to the game, right? I mean, they haven't been there since '85. World Series, here come the Royals, and I think that's huge. I mean, this probably got a lot of publicity out there in Kansas City.
It did. It was a really classy move, and the guy got to take his girl to the game, and I just think that's awesome.
Oh, they should make a movie about that. Oh,
Shut up.
All right, Buzz Time Trivia when we come back with the Queen Bee on 106.1 ESPN.
It's time for the buzz with the Queen Bee on the Devin Dixon Show.
Back inside the One Law studio, time to fire up those phone lines, 673-9398, 673-9398. We got about 5 minutes, well, 4 or 5 minutes to play a little Buzz Time Trivia, World Series Trivia today. So if you're a baseball buff, hit us up. If you can't get through, try right back, 673-9398. And we've got our first caller ready to go. What's your name?
Jim.
Jim, here's your question.
Well, Jim, do you know who the first wild card team was to win the World Series?
I can guess.
That's what I would have to do.
Multiple choice?
All right, Devin, what kind of prize are we giving out today? Are we doing a multiple choice, or are we doing just free-for-all?
Give them a clue. Tell them AL or NL team.
Dude, I don't know baseball. That's my issue.
Goodness, I put her on the spot.
Football, other stuff, fine. Don't ask me baseball questions.
Okay.
I think they're NL, but I'm not positive.
Okay.
I don't follow this team.
All right. Give them multiple choice.
All right. The Florida Marlins, the Boston Red Sox, New York Yankees, and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now, if you've listened to the show,
Florida Marlins.
Yeah, good job.
Boom. He begged for multiple choice, and he got it. What's your name?
Jim.
Jimbo. All right, Jim. I'll have some prizes here for you at the station. Nice work.
Thanks.
All right. I think I'm going to give NHRA tickets. We got a few remaining down there to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. 673-9398. I'm going to send Jim down there with a pair of tickets. And your chance next, if you can get through the phone lines, and let's go right back to him. Who's this?
Jacob.
Jacob, here's your question.
Who threw the only perfect game in World Series history? Sandy Koufax, Bob Gibson, Oral Hershiser, or Don Larson?
Don Larson.
Correct.
Ding.
Multiple choice.
I love it.
Congratulations.
I'm all fired up. I want some of this. Dun.
What?
Jacob, you're going to the NHRA, all right, bud?
I can't go, but that's cool.
All right, I'll come up with a 4-pack of Dixie State tickets, okay?
You sounded so sad.
I know. Thanks, buddy. All right, let's take one more caller, 673-9398. I love when people say, I can't go, and they don't even know the dates. It's 4 days, Jacob. Come on. Can't go to Las Vegas. It's a stone's throw away. Let's go back to the phone lines. We got one more contestant here, little Buzz Time Trivia. What's your name?
Hunter.
Hunter, here's your question.
I'm not giving multiple choice, FYI.
No, you have to. Hunter deserves multiple choice.
Easy. Fine.
Jim begged for everybody.
You know what? Next week, no multiple choice. Just heads up. Okay?
Nobody's scared.
Which player has played in the most World Series games?
Jeter. I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Okay, the multiple choice is who?
Derek Jeter, Chipper Jones, Yogi Berra, Babe Ruth.
I don't know if it's Jeter.
I was waiting for you to just be done with your rant about Jeter, so then I went on.
Babe Ruth.
Incorrect. Yogi Berra.
Yogi Berra? Hey, thanks, bud. All right, that is all the time we have for a little Buzz Time Trivia. Great job as always, Rachel.
We will do more World Series next week, so if you know the World Series, study up, and hopefully you can get a prize.
All right, sounds good. Thanks as always. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Bye.
That's the Buzz with the Queen Bee here on Sports Radio 106.1 ESPN. We got a big second hour coming up for you.